All right, hey everyone. Thanks for joining. All right, so you're gonna stand up. I'm gonna have you go to the back edge of your mat, and you're just gonna relax your arms, slowly roll your body down, just kind of scanning through your body here. So rolling up, rolling down, just a couple times, tucking your chin, curling your spine down, soften your knees at the bottom, and then curl yourself up, taking your time. Head's the last thing to come up. One more time, curling yourself down, soften your knees, and then you're going to walk your hands out into a plank. So check in with your elbows once you're out here. Get your shoulders over your wrists, and then don't hyperextend your elbows. Hold your plank. Turn open into a side plank. So you'll have to move one hand into the middle to twist open, and then slowly with control soften your knees. Good. Side bending over, and then open the other direction. So think of this as Mermaid. You can allow your hips to move, changing the shape in your side body. You can let your head move with your arm. Place your hands wider than your shoulders, straighten your right leg, and then bend your elbows down for a stretch through the right side of your back. Press down through your hands. Inhale, arch, and look up some. Exhale, soften back down into that stretch. So goal is to keep your shoulders square as you're in this twisted position. Then you're going to side bend over. You can come down to your elbow to get a deeper stretch. Reset your knees, reset your feet. Press up into a big side stretch, like a side plank, but working for that top side to bend. Press down into a down dog, and then pedal through your feet. Do whatever you need to do here. Pressing both heels down at the end, walk your hands to your feet. Slowly roll up, reset your shoulders. And then you'll roll down again. So rolling down, we're going to go right to the other side, walking your hands forward. Finding your plank. Belly draws in, shoulders over your wrists. Don't hyperextend your elbows. Right hand moves to the middle, or the opposite hand that you just did, and you'll open into a side plank. Big stretch through your back. Bend your knees, lower your hips. And then bring your heels in, allow your hips to move. Think about your sits bones kind of rocking here to change the shape in the side of your body, allowing your head to move with your hands. And again, stretch the leg. So this time it'll be your left side, and then bend down into a folded stretch. Lift and arch the back, and then exhale to lower. Press down, try to square those shoulders off, lift and arch, open your front body. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, side bend, come up. Good, reset into that big side stretch, side plank with a side stretch. Reset your hands, turn those feet back to parallel. You can pedal through your feet here, do whatever your body needs. Pressing both heels down, and then come down to your knees. Good, we're gonna set up into a side lying series. So if you're mirroring me here, you'll lie down on your right side. I'm laying down on my left. So whatever side is on the mat, check in with your waist and make sure you're lifting that waist up. You'll lift your leg, you'll flex your foot, point your foot, and lower. So leg goes up, you flex, you point, and lower. So getting some footwork here as you're moving your leg and your hip joint. Good, stretching your leg long as the leg lifts, don't collapse down into the mat. Relaxing your shoulders. Fully flexing, fully pointing your foot. Turn the leg out, toes go to the ceiling, keep your heel at the same height, bend and stretch that leg. Harder here to not collapse down in your waist, so if you need to use your right hand as some pressure, you can. Trying to keep both hips nice and stacked. Bending and stretching the knee, point the toe, and then lower the leg. Now you're going to take the arm that you were lying on, so in this case it's my left. You're going to place it underneath your right arm, put it on your shoulder blade. So here we're going to be doing single arm push-ups. Trying to control on the way down and not using the bottom elbow to push yourself up. Really pushing into your thumb and your pointer finger. Coming up, use your top waist, lengthen down through your bottom waist. Squeezing your inner thighs and controlling on the way up and slowly lower down. They're harder than they look. Good. From here, you're going to go ahead and set yourself up for some bridging. So release your shoulders, relax your neck, set your feet up so that they're hip width apart. Start to roll through your spine, just scanning through. Tucking your tail, scooping out your waistline, lift up onto the shoulder blades but not the neck, and then drop your chest, lengthen your neck to roll down. As you're bridging up for 2 more, think about activating your inner thighs, narrowing through your waist as you lift, and scanning through your spine as you lower. I like to exhale as I roll down. Place my arms over my head just to get a stretch, feel those shoulder blades, and then from here, you're going to do a little bit of dancing. So you're going to lower your hips 2 inches, lift and squeeze your glutes 2 inches, narrowing through your waist as you lift. So belly button draws down and your waistline draws in like you're putting on a corset. Then you're going to lift the right hip and the left hip. Right, left. Try not to move anything besides the pelvis. So my feet aren't moving, my knees aren't moving. I'm using my waist and my glutes to activate this movement. Then I'm going to do 8 tiny more 2-inch lifts with both hips, up and down, and hug my knees into my chest. Just gently kind of rock myself right to left to release any lower back tension. And then we'll set up for your side lying on the other side. So if you're mirroring me, now you'll lie on your left. I'm lying on my right. My right arm is stretched long. I'm setting myself up on my side, checking out that my bottom waist is lifted. And then you're going to start to lift the leg. Leg goes up, you flex your foot, you point your foot, you lower your leg. So again, making this about your waist, your hip, and your ankle getting some motion. Try to use your top arm as little as you can so that you're using your core to support you lying on your side. On the next one, you'll rotate your leg out. So the toes will turn up toward the ceiling. You'll flex the foot and then you'll do your single leg frog. So not shortening your top waist here, folding an external rotation at your hip, and extending your leg all the way. Heel tries to stay on the same plane as you fold the leg in and extend out. Using your waist for support, slowly lower the leg and rest. Taking that hand, place it underneath your supporting arm. So in this case, I'm doing my left arm push-ups. One hand is on my shoulder blade, and the opposite hand is driving me up. Using my tricep, using my rear delt, using my waist to support myself up and down. Try to use your bottom waist as much as you can. It's really hard to activate though on the way up. You'll mostly feel the top side and your arm. Squeeze your inner thighs. Again, they're harder than they look. And take a rest. Alright, so from your standing position, you're going to stand with your heels hip width apart. Toes are turned out. Make sure your knees are not going over your toes. They're staying over your ankles, hands in a prayer, and you'll just squat. Try to pick up your pace here. The music's going a little bit quicker. We want to get your heart rate up, shooting up through your hamstrings and butt. Good, hold here. Stretch your arms out to your sides and start to lift one heel and the other heel. Careful not to let your pelvis move here. You want to stay as still as you can everywhere except the legs, making sure that you're lacing in that rib, lacing in your belly, holding your core nice and stable, and then little pulses down, 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 down. Turn to the left side. You'll extend the back leg, come down onto your right elbow. So my right knee is down, my right elbow is down. Twisting my hips to the back, and I'm doing a single frog. Think of a dog peeing on a fire hydrant here. Silly cue, but a really good image. Really getting your butt to work. Try not to let anything in your waist move. Come down to both elbows, re-square your hips. Left leg is going to go up and down. So we're moving a little bit quicker here. Still using your Pilates elements though, right? So trying your best to keep everything stable, just moving the leg. Obliques may have to move a little bit just to get your glute turned on more. Come up onto your hands, tap the toe down, and then you're going to kind of draw a box. So you'll go up, out, and around. Up, out, and around. So it can kind of be a circle, just kind of getting into all angles of your butt. Coming down to both elbows again, and then you're going to go up and over. So think that that foot's kind of drawing a rainbow to the corners of your mat. You're going to keep the one leg over. So you're in that cross position. You're going to start to move a little quicker. Think between 8 and 10. Just quick, really fire up your hamstring. Flex the foot, move to the other side, and then you're going to lift up and down at your outward angle of your glute. A little bit quicker, quick, quick. Pointing the toe, bringing it back to the center, and then you're going to go into your cross angle again. Quick, quick, quick. Good, between 8 and 10 reps. Flex the foot, move it to your outward angle, and then quick again, between 8 and 10. Using your arms, they should be getting tired, as well as your hamstring. Come in, take a rest. Come up to your hands. Press up to standing. Cross your right leg over your left. Let yourself hang into a stretch. Transfer to your other side. Let yourself hang into your stretch. Feet back to parallel. Relax your spine, relax your head, and slowly come up. So we'll do that all 4 set in a little bit, but let's go back to that standing squat series. So hands back in your prayer, heels are in line with your knees every time you bend down. So feet are slightly turned out, shooting up through your heels and glutes, tracking your knees over your ankles. Option to hold your squat here too if you find that that's more work for you. And then you'll go into your heel lifts. You can either do heel lifts here or you can do the tiny little pulses, whatever feels like challenging for you. Good, come stand up. And then we're gonna go right into your other side of your all fours. So coming down to your elbows. I did this set a little bit different. So first I started with my hips square. So I'm gonna take my leg up and down first, and then I'll go into that single leg frog. So now my right leg is the one that's moving because I just did my left on the other side. Again, your obliques can move some, but it's more activation than a shift in your spine. Come down to your left elbow only, twist your hips open to the back, and then single leg, right leg frog. Challenging yourself to always be doing between 8 and 10 reps. Bring your foot back into a parallel position, come up to your hands. Reset your hips and just check in with a nice parallel leg lift here. trying to extend through the back leg so your heel is reaching away from your head to get more length in your spine. Make sure you're not hyperextending your elbows. And then you'll come down to your elbows and you'll draw a box. So we're going up, out, down, in. Out, down, in. So I'm doing a couple different variations on this side. This side you can really see that I'm drawing a box. It's harder to draw a box when you're up on your hands, so I'm just giving you a few different options so that as you repeat this video, you can find which version works best for you. Now I'm going to draw my rainbow. So I point my foot, I lift up and over, bringing my toe to opposite corners of the mat. Up and over, up and over, up and over. Using my waist and my arms for stability, focusing on a long spine, and then I'll hold that leg across my body on the next one. So leg goes into your cross position, and then I'm going to do quick lifts up, 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 really firing up the tush and the hamstring here. Flex the foot, go to the outward corner of your mat, and lift. Quick, quick, quick. Hardest thing is to not let your abs drop as you're lifting your heel. This is going to tone your external obliques as well, which is what we call our love handles or our muffin tops. Yeah, so anything in this all fours position is going to help you stabilize the back of your waist as you're turning on your glutes and your hamstrings. So think about doing 10 quick on the cross position, 10 quick on the open position. Press into a child's pose, come up onto your feet. You can shift your body side to side. This stretches for you. I like to cross one ankle over. It helps me get that stretch going in the opposite oblique, as well as the outside of my glute. And then I'll switch sides. I'll bring my feet back to parallel and come up to standing. All right, now let's get into your arms. So if you've been sitting all day, we're just going to kind of reach our arms into a T position with soft elbows and externally and internally rotate our arm bone in our shoulder joint. So rotate out, rotate in. Soften your knees so that you can be in a nice stable position for your lower back. Bend and stretch your arm. As you're lengthening your arms out to the sides, don't hyperextend the elbows. Elbows draw into your waist and out to the sides. Every time your elbows come in, feel your belly button engaging backwards. Now you'll go into a side lunge, floating one knee up. You don't have to turn to your side. I just turned here so that you could see me better. Just let the one arm swing down and then back in front of you. So just challenging your balance here. Working in opposition. This side I did a few more so that you have another angle to look at it. Pull your waist in as your arm is swinging forward. Yeah, so just a moment here to get grounded in one leg, working on opposition. Come out, open your arms, roll down, let yourself hang for a second. And then we're going to do some push-ups, super fun. So come to your knees, bring your toes, point them up toward your bottom, feet and knees parallel. Elbows are going to bend back at an angle. Yeah, so I don't want you to think elbows in or elbows out here. They're in between. Good, so again, between 8 and 10, make sure that you're keeping the back of your neck long. Press into a child's pose. Sit crisscross or however you're comfortable, and we're going to start to do your internal and external rotation of your arm bones again. Stretch your fingers. If you sit at a computer, this is super crucial for your posture. You want to get the arms moving throughout your entire chain, right? From your fingertips all the way up through the back of your neck. Bring your arms into a goal pose or a cactus position, and then you're going to flip into internal and external rotation. Again, don't use your hands to do this motion. Use your shoulders, your back. Open your arms. Bring your elbows to your waistline, so just like you did standing. As you're stretching your arms, don't hyperextend your elbows. You should feel like you're using the back of your shoulder blades down through your lats to get your arms moving in and out. So careful not to flare your ribs. And now we'll work your rhomboids. So those are the muscles that run from the back of your neck down the insides of your shoulder blades. Keep your palms facing you as you open and close your arms. As you open, don't let your ribs push out. Whoa, and cheating a little bit, but keep working. Your arms will be getting tired. It's a good thing. You can also do this with 2-pound weights. Internally and externally rotate your arms a little bit quicker. Quick, quick, quick. Really spiraling with stretched fingers. Super, super important to stretch your fingers. And we're burning. Bend and stretch your arms. And rest. Shake it out. Cross one arm over your body. Give yourself a little bit of a stretch. And then the other one. Good. Grabbing onto one elbow up and back. If this hurts your rotator cuff, please don't do it. These last few stretches are just for you. Cross one hand over the other and then tap the back of your neck. Switch which arm is crossed. Tap the back of your neck. And you're done. Thanks, everyone.